guys, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Miss Angel Baby, and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, welcome to the family. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you just hit that notification bell, so anytime we drop a video, you will be the first to be notified. Make sure you guys also like and comment. Now today, you guys, is going to be a different kind of video. I want to talk. It's a story time about how my children were basically stolen from me by my mother when I was younger, when I was about 18 years old. So just to give you guys a little bit of background about me and my mom's relationship, just so you guys can probably get an idea of why she might have done something like this, because I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. I have no clue. I often think, how bad can you hate a person to do some of the things that you've done to me? How can you hate someone so bad, especially your own daughter, that you would hurt them and you wouldn't even care? So growing up, I have two sisters, younger sisters, and I was always like the Cinderella. I was always the one had to take care of everybody. I was always the one that was getting cussed out. I was the one that was always getting beat. I was the one that was always being ridiculed for everything. So that was my role. My sisters can never do no wrong. And I don't have any, I'm not upset with them. It's not their fault that their mother decided to take out her, whatever it is, on me. It's not their fault. So I want to say that first of all, it's not their fault at all. So she just wasn't a good person. She was not a good mother. One of the earliest memories that I can remember are the things that I still have nightmares to this day. I remember a time, and I had to have been about 4 or 5 years old, where my mom got shot in front of me. Someone came to the house looking for my mother and my father because they owed $20 for some dope. And my father wasn't there, and she answered the door. And when she answered the door, well, actually, no, she didn't answer the door. She went to the door. And when she went to yell out the door that he wasn't there, before she could even finish the sentence, all I heard was these big old pops. These big old pops. It had at least been at least 8 to 10 big pops. So the whole time I think I'm dreaming. So I'm hearing them, I hear the bangs, and then I'm hearing them ask for my dad, and then I hear her saying he's not here. Before she can even finish, I hear the bangs. So I'm on the couch, mind you, and the couch is like right next to the door. And they're shooting through the door. And there's a little coffee table in front of the couch. She gets under the coffee table and she just looks at me. She doesn't reach for me. She doesn't say anything. She just looks at me. And I have that in my head every day of my later adulthood to this day, and I still have nightmares about it. Because when I was younger, I didn't even remember. It didn't register to me until I got older exactly what happened, and how I know that it is really true, not only from the family member stories, but I even confronted my mom about it one day. And you know what she said? I didn't know you remembered that. That was it. And I remember crying to her and telling her, I don't understand why you didn't protect me. I don't even remember saying she was sorry. I don't even remember. Don't even. So, fast forward. I am 18 years old. I had my first child when I was 17. About 17. Then I had my second one when I was 18. So it was with an older guy. My older daughter's father was with, it was an older guy. He ended up going to prison. Yes, he went to prison for bank robbery. So I ended up being on my own. So I was on my own. And when he was locked up, I ended up getting pregnant again. But this time, that situation is a little bit more difficult about that pregnancy. But so here we are, fast forward. 18 years old, I have 2 kids. And my postpartum depression was really, really bad after I had my son. It was, I didn't even know that you could get depressed that bad. It was so bad. So I'm doing everything I can to try to get help. I'm trying to, raise these kids. Of course, I'm living with my mom and my dad and my sisters, and we're all in this apartment, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, I want to take care of my kids. So to make a long story short, I ended up getting a job. Well, I got a job selling Kirby's, and when you sell Kirby's, you're usually, gone. So I'm gone throughout the week, Monday through Friday. At first, things were fine. Then here comes the demands. She can't get a hold of, she's getting money, but she can't get a hold of, she's trying to get welfare. She's trying to do this. She's trying to do that. So she's taking it out on me because she's got to do all these things. She never, I think what she told me was, you need to come home. And I told her, yeah, we're coming home. We're set. We're coming home. I was coming home the next day. Okay. I kid you not, she had already done this. She didn't say anything to me. I get home. Well, I stop at my friend's to grab my things, because that's where I would usually stay sometimes on the weekend, because it was kind of close to the job. Not all the time. Sometimes. So I stopped there, and my friend was like, I don't know if you want to go home. She was like, your mom took your kids to CPS. Just like that. Just like that. She took them to CPS just like that. And so here goes this whole thing. I left the kids. I abandoned the kids. And when I asked her about it, you know what she said? You should have called me back. I didn't call her back in enough time. Because whatever message she left, I obviously didn't get it. So that's what happened. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. But anywho, so now it's a whole big issue. I have to do parenting classes. I have to do drug classes. I have to do drug tests, everything. Because back then I dabbled and dabbled a little bit, I smoked weed, and I wasn't really a drinker back then. Probably dibbled and dabbled into a little bit here and there, but my biggest problem was, it wasn't even a problem. I smoked weed, so. Me going through the system, we did the visits, and They ended up going from group home to group home. And I was young. I was still trying to figure it out. I was going back and forth to court because by this time the courts, fast forward, the courts wanted to just sever my rights because I just couldn't get it together. I couldn't get it together. I was falling apart emotionally, everything. Like I just couldn't get it together. I couldn't do what I needed to do. I wasn't strong enough. I was weak, you know? And that's what happened. And so they ended up being into a home, and you know, I was fighting to get the kids back. They ended up being into a foster home to where they were together, and they got so comfortable because they were there for so long. And the lady who would always come for the visits would always tell me they're so happy. And I knew that I couldn't give them what this woman was giving them. And she said, she was like, if you just let me adopt the kids, you will be in their life. You don't have to worry about that. So she adopted kids. I never seen them again. Mind you, this whole time that I'm sitting here and I'm going through everything, I was even hospitalized in a psychiatric unit. I didn't talk. I didn't eat. I didn't do nothing. For the longest time, my mom sat there and she watched me suffer. And the whole time she had their contact information the whole time. She knew where they were the whole fucking time. And I didn't find out until years later. So she was keeping them away from me. They both were. It was just like this thing, you know, where she had been knowing all these things, and it was like she was the mother, but I didn't know. I had no clue. And then one day, I was so happy. It had been at least 10 years. 10 years later, I was so happy. She said she got a call from the mother. And she said she was going to have open heart surgery and she wanted her to help them with the kids. Do you know what she looked? And I said, oh, good. I said, can you do it? Do you know what she told me? She said, those MFers don't know me. I'm not doing anything. And right then and there, I knew that she was a different kind of evil. A different kind of evil. I am looking for my children, or they're adults now. Anaya Askew, born June 7th, 1999, turning 22 years old. Charles Garrett, born September 27th, year 2000, turning 21 years old this year. If anybody knows who they are, have them reach out to me. If anybody can relate to the story or can relate to what I'm going through, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Maybe some words of encouragement, a prayer. I really didn't want to do a video like this, but I feel like it'll help me a little bit. It'll help me. I often, a lot of times, I'm misunderstood. And I think it's because I've been hurt so much. Like, when the one person that is supposed to be there for you and take care of you, when they betray you, it's like you keep your guard up. It's hard. It's hard. I didn't deserve that. I'm glad that I just hope that they had it as a good a life as I imagined they had. And before I get off this video, you guys, the thing that really is a dagger, you know, my kids, they're gone forever. It was like, and even some family members are like, it's crazy. So-called family members just like, just get over it, basically. Get over it. What it boils down to is just control and money. I didn't want to cry, you guys. She took care of her sister's kids. And the thing that really, really hurts, they were around the same age as my kids. She had a 1-year-old and a 6-month-year-old. And do you know that my mom took care of those kids for a whole year? And that was after she did what she did with mine. I know that was before she did what she did with mine. That was before. That was before she did what she did with mine. Years earlier. When my aunt was paying her. Yeah. But she's always been like that, you know. My sister has 2 kids, you know, she adores them. She makes a fuss over them. She shares them. I haven't spoke to that woman in like 7 years. My kids don't have a relationship with her. That's good. That's okay. I just wish it could have been different. I really wish it could have been different because I don't know what I did to deserve that. I don't know. I just guess it's just my route I gotta take. It's my life journey. This was gonna make me stronger. Well, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Just getting way too emotional. It's becoming way too much. Thank you guys for watching my video today. Again, Anaya, Charles, I have been looking for you guys and I always will. I love you. Thank you guys for watching the video today.